It's the 2022 Smoky Hills PBS Writers Contest. This contest was open to 4 grade levels from kindergarten to 3rd grade, with the top 3 winners receiving recognition from each class. We had 116 entries this year, and the judges included individuals such as postmaster, nurse, attorney, and teacher. The judges had a hard time, but were able to pick 3 winners, and we'll share their stories with you. We're going to start with our 3rd place, 1st grade winner from North Central Kansas.
Molly's Horse Adventure by Brooklyn Begay. There lived a girl named Molly, and she loved horses. She never went anywhere without apples for her horse Lily. Molly and Lily were the best of friends and loved going on adventures together. Molly kept riding her horse, and then she suddenly noticed she was lost. Then, a little while later, a snowstorm came, and then she fell off her horse. Afterwards, they split up. Molly forgot about her horse while making a trail, and Molly wandered off. Then she ran out of apples. And then she remembered Lily. What will she do without any apples? Molly did not know what to do. She thought for a moment and thought she would make a trail of apples that Lily can follow. Molly remembered that she had her compass, so she went back home, and on her way she found Lily. They went back home and gave Lily some apples, and Molly had ice cream. They lived happily ever after.
Brooklyn is a 1st grader and received 3rd place with her story about Molly the horse. Her favorite part about this contest was drawing the illustrations. Her favorite PBS Kids show is Cat in the Hat.
Harry's Night Out, written and illustrated by R.J. Baskerville. I dedicate this book to my family, friends, and pets. Henry, Hawk, and Harry were pandas who lived at the Great Bend Zoo. Most days they sat in their pen and ate bamboo while visitors watched. One night, while Henry and Hawk were sleeping, Harry escaped the exhibit. The next morning, when they noticed he was gone, they followed his tracks to find him. They followed his tracks to the pool. Water was splashed everywhere. A water slide had a big claw mark. They followed his tracks to the pool. Water was splashed everywhere. A water slide had a big claw mark on it. They were pretty sure Harry had been there. His tracks went to the skate park. There was a bike with the seat missing and a broken skateboard on one of the ramps. Harry must have been there too. Harry's tracks led to the baseball field. All the baseballs were flattened. Popcorn was spilled on the ground at the concession stand. It had to have been Harry. Harry's tracks went to the ice cream stand. No sign of Harry other than his tracks. They really wanted some ice cream, but they had to keep looking for Harry. The tracks led to the pandas exhibit where they found Harry. He had ice cream for everyone. Harry told Henry and Hawk all about his adventure.
RJ wrote this story because he likes animals, and this story is about his town. His favorite PBS Kids show is Wildcrats.
The Chicken Noodle Soup Bear by Jensen Miller. Dedication to my great-grandma in heaven. I will miss watching the Royals with you. There was once this bear whose name was Landy, and Landy loved to eat chicken noodle soup. He loved getting packages on his porch. He especially loved getting chicken noodle soup toys. It was close to Christmas, and for Christmas, he was asking for a chicken noodle soup bracelet. He loved chicken noodle soup, everything. But all this chicken noodle soup was starting to make him feel a little sick. He headed to his kitchen to get some medicine, but it was chicken noodle soup medicine. He checked his temperature and it was 109 degrees. He really was sick. He was trying to take a nap, but it wasn't working because he was too sick. He said, I'm going to try to like something else besides chicken noodle soup. Maybe that was my problem. He tried farm fresh eggs and he was feeling so much better. He told his friends he didn't like noodles anymore. His friends asked, what do you like now? Andy said farm fresh eggs. His friends said, do you know what noodles are made out of? Andy said, what? They said farm fresh eggs. All of a sudden, Andy felt sick again. The end.
Jensen's favorite thing about creating this story was drawing the pictures. His favorite PBS character is Curious George.
Next up comes the second grade. Stay with us to see who the winners are.
Equity Bank believes that strong reading and comprehension skills lead to strong financial literacy. It is our mission to put books into the hands of local students. Together, we can support strong youth literacy. Equity Bank, a partner you can bank on. More at equitybank.com/bankonreading. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Do you have a story to share? Are you in kindergarten, first, second, or third grade? If so, you have a chance to enter a story for our 2023 PBS Kids Writers Contest. So grab your pencil, get your crayons or markers, and use your imagination. Visit our website, smokyhillspbs.org, for more information and details on how to sign up for the 2023 PBS Kids Writers Contest.
Welcome back. Now it's time to see the second grade stories. Our first story starts with a little girl and a big problem.
Isabellas Big Problem by Callan Ramsey. Once there was a toothy fairy named Isabella.
Hello,
She had 3 sisters, Micah,
I'm Micah.
Mina, I'm Mina, and Hallie.
I'm Hallie.
They were very mean to her. So she yelled,
Get off my land.
No way.
Yes way.
That night, a girl named Lila lost a tooth. Isabella went to Lila's house to get the tooth. She looked under Lila's pillow.
Oh no.
The tooth was gone. What would she do?
No tooth.
Isabella took off her tooth fairy clothes, put on her detective clothes, and started looking for clues.
I'm ready.
Just then, she noticed a golden locket on the floor beside Lila's bed. She saw the name on the locket. The name was Mina. She looked inside the locket. The tooth was inside. Then she wrote a note for Mina. She made it float to Mina's cloud. The note said, You come here right now. So Mina went to Isabella's palace.
Thank you.
I will never do that again. Mina said, I will never do that again. I just wanted to get back at you for yelling. Get off my land.
Huh? Come on.
After that, Isabella liked her sisters and she invited them back to her palace. Then they even had a party. The end.
The Pig Lost His Show by Tucker Fortin. His show was about pigs going through hoops. It made $100.99 a day. But the next day, no one went to the show. The show didn't like it, but told him never give up. because everything would not last forever. Just then the phone rang. A lawyer was on the phone. He said he got his show back. The pig said yes, yes, yes. The pig was so happy. Then he ate supper. And the next day, 100 people went to a show. He made $1,000. I'm rich. He bought a mansion. In the mansion, there was a gold bed. He slept on it. There was a ghost in the mansion, but the pig vacuumed it up. The end.
Tucker said, I love drawing the pictures that went with my story. I also love Odd Squad and Wildcrats so much. I watch them all the time.
The Lost Cat, written and illustrated by Matthias Miller. To my cat Mario, I'm so glad you're home. Once there was a cat named Mario. Mario was in a fun family. He was hunting every day. He was hunting all day long. Mario was thinking, I should hang out with another cat. Little did he know, this was not a good idea. Mario went back home to his house. He was packing up. He packed up cat food, his coffee mug, and his sleeping cap. He started off his journey to the forest. After 200 miles, he realized this was taking a long time. The sun was setting, and he still hadn't found a new friend. He was still walking, and he said, This is not a forest. This is the city. He said, Maybe I should go back home. He saw a sign that said, Best Coffee. It's a good thing his family back home taught him how to read. He went into the coffee shop to order his favorite cappuccino, but the people inside were shocked and screamed because they didn't know that cats like cappuccino. Mario decided he better head back home. This was definitely not a good idea to go this far. He got back home and he saw 2 new friends. It was freezing cold. He went on their picnic table and saw a cup of cappuccino waiting for him. His family woke up, opened the door, and he ran in. They were so excited that he was back. The first thing they taught him to read was, No cats allowed. The end.
Matthias's favorite part of writing the story was creating a story about his cat and imagining what might have happened when his cat was gone for so long. Matthias's favorite PBS Kids show is Curious George.
Now that we've finished up with the 2nd grade, we've arrived at the 3rd grade. Stay with us to see who the winners are.
Equity Bank believes that strong reading and comprehension skills lead to strong financial literacy. It is our mission to put books into the hands of local students. Together, we can support strong youth literacy. Equity Bank, a partner you can bank on. More at equitybank.com/bankonreading. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
PBS Kids, making sure free educational programs are accessible to all children across America. With the all-new 24/7 channel, on TV and streaming everywhere, every child can watch PBS Kids shows. After school, after dinner, whenever, wherever.
Welcome back. Now it's time to see the 3rd grade stories.
Scuba Diving, written and illustrated by Maudrey Ramsey. My name is Caitlin McKinney, and I am scuba diving in the Gulf of Mexico. My boat departed from the Florida Keys Bay. I have been swimming for 30 minutes, and I just met a group of magical mermaids. I asked the mermaids what their names and powers were.
My real name is Aquamarine, but they call me Aqua.
Aqua was the first to answer. She can hunt diamonds at lightning speed and can find a gem a minute. So if she finds 10 gems, it only takes her 10 minutes to find them. The second mermaid I met was Coral. Coral has sea-savvy powers. She can make herself and friends invisible. And last but not least, Emerald. She and Aqua are sisters. They both have powers related to gem finding. Emerald's gem powers are when she touches gems. She gives her friend and sister more magic. Emerald had just finished telling me about her power when a group of sharks appeared out of nowhere. Ah! The sharks edged closer.
Oh no! Ah! Swim for your lives!
Suddenly, a giant group of dolphins swam in front of us and scared the sharks away.
Ha ha, we scared you. No offense, but I really don't like you.
The dolphin pod came over and we said,
Thank you!
And they said,
You're welcome!
We were very grateful for the dolphins. They saved our lives. Then I remembered Aqua, Coral, and Emerald still didn't have their powers. I only had 5 minutes of air left in my tank, so I had to hurry. What could I do to help them? All of a sudden, their powers came back. I knew they would be okay. I had to swim back to my boat, so I said goodbye to the mermaids and then swam back to the boat. What an amazing end to my diving adventure!
The Pig Sleepover, written and illustrated by Kaylin Stevens. It was Saturday evening. Piggy was very bored. Suddenly, he had an idea. He would throw a slumber party. The sleepover would be with all of his friends, Piggly and Little Stinker. Piggly is a pig. She is a little older than Piggy, already 9 years old. She is very soft and has really long legs. Little Stinker is only 3 years old. She is a short little cutie with sparkly pink eyes. Piggy will get ready for the sleepover by setting up the tent. He makes invitations for his sleepover. Then he sets everything up. Piggy gets paper and markers. He draws popcorn on the cards for his friends. When Piggy is done with the card, he goes and looks for popcorn. Oh no! He realizes he is out of popcorn. How am I going to get more popcorn? Piggy asks himself. An idea pops into his head. I will just go to the store and get some. As Piggy was walking to the store, he saw a new friend. It was a monkey with green eyes. He looked very kind. Hi! Hello! Do you want to be my friend? Asked Piggy. Yes, said Monkey. So they went to the store together and got the popcorn. They went back to Piggy's house. Piggly and Little Stinker had arrived. They played Uno together, and Monkey won. Then they watched a movie, Winnie the Pooh. When the movie was over, everyone was so very tired. They all fell fast asleep. Everyone had the sweetest of dreams. They all lived together and were the best of friends. They even went on a trip to Disney World all together. They all lived happily ever after. They tell each other you will always have a friend or a buddy.
Kaylin says she got her idea for her story from her 3 favorite stuffed piggies. Her PBS Kids show she watches is Don Quixote and Clifford.
The Three Friends and the Journey by Isaac Mick. Once upon a time, there were three friends named Allie the Alligator, Fred the Frog, and Sally the Salamander. They were playing tag together in the pond. The clouds were getting gray. It started to rain, so they ran home. Fred called Allie and Sally and asked if they wanted to play tomorrow. The next day, they all went to the pond and played together. The pond was dry. They were super annoyed, so they set off to find another one. Soon they heard a chirping sound coming up from a tree, so they went through the bushes. When they went through the bushes, they saw a bird's nest, feeding the babies. Salamander asked if she saw animals coming by and if she knew why the pond water was gone. The bird said no to the pond. The bird said yes to the animals. The bird said, I saw an animal passing by, but I didn't see what it was, but it was hairy. So they went on their way. After a little while, they heard a stomp, stomp, stomp nearby. Finally, they found the noise. It was some elephants. I asked if they saw any hairy animals passing by. One elephant said yes. It was big, said the elephant. They went on their way. Later there was another noise coming from the ground. It was a scorpion. I asked if he saw any big hairy animals. He said that he saw a pig-nosed animal. It was thirsty. So they went back to the pond and they found a big hairy pig-nosed animal. It was a hog. They didn't know yet if he's guilty. They asked the hog if he drank the water. The hog said, no, the sun evaporated the water. They asked, what does evaporate mean? The hog said that evaporation dries up the water. They said, thank you for telling us. The hog said, you're welcome, and he went on his way. They hoped it would rain tomorrow so they could play in the pond. The end.
Isaac really enjoyed coming up with the ideas for his story, imagining what the characters would do next, and he also really liked typing it out on the computer. Isaac's favorite PBS show is Wild Kratts.
Equity Bank believes that strong reading and comprehension skills lead to strong financial literacy. It is our mission to put books into the hands of local students. Together, we can support strong youth literacy. Equity Bank, a partner you can bank on. More at equitybank.com/bankonreading. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Do you have a story to share? Are you in kindergarten, first, second, or third grade? If so, you have a chance to enter a story for our 2023 PBS Kids Writers Contest. So grab your pencil, get your crayons or markers, and use your imagination. Visit our website, smokyhillspbs.org, for more information and details on how to sign up for the 2023 PBS Kids Writers Contest.
Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you to our judges who represent many different labor fields. They had a hard job, but they did it really well. We hope that all of you are putting your thinking caps on and getting ready for our 2023 contest. Information at smokyhillspbs.org.